Aries, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to the Unseen Hands Collective. This is going to be your April 2021 tarot shift reading. We are looking at the shape you're shifting out of this month, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like. So Aries, this is just the first part of 3 parts of your April shift. This is just the tarot portion. We also have an astrology scope to loop in the planetary energies and influences that are going on for you this month, and then a guidebook to help you more personally work through your own experience of the shift. So make sure you check those things out. Click the link in the description below and that'll take you to our site, unseenhandscollective.com. So let's get into this for you, Aries. April, what an incredible couple of readings you've had. March and April, I mean, this is so clearly your season. Happy birthday. Aries, the image I'm getting for you is a network. A network is made up of nodes and the lines connecting those nodes. And so I saw this image of a network, nodes and the lines connecting them. And I saw the nodes beginning to light up or turn on one by one. Boom, lighting up, lighting up, lighting up, lighting up. And it was like as they were making connections or passing something between them, they were each turning on and then expanding into a larger network, into more connections. And it really felt like spreading the word or word of mouth, something like that. Here's what your shapeshift looks like. You're shifting out of the Wheel of Fortune and into the Magician. And this is interesting because the Wheel of Fortune here showing Jupiter is talking about expanding things. And it's also talking about the wheel turning, a catalyst for change. And so there is some sort of major change going on or major shift, or maybe like a big change that happens as we transition into April that is a catalyst for this expansion for you, or for expanding the ways you connect to others, or the ways you create things in the world, and how those things that you create are passed on to other people, shared with other people. This is interesting. Here's what your shapeshift looks and feels like. The Ace of Swords, Leo energy, and the Seven of Cups. So speaking of sharing with others and communication, that's what the Ace of Swords is all about. And it's like, what are you communicating? What are you sharing? I think you're sharing yourself. Leo energy is all about the self. It's all about your self-expression and your self-confidence and you coming out as like, this is who I am. This is how I create. This is how I love. This is how I work. This is how I speak. Okay, so whatever this is, Aries, I feel like the last month's reading was like selfie season, and I saw you kind of checking yourself out in a mirror and really accepting how big you actually are. And we're seeing that theme continued here with Leo energy, because this, Aries fire, Leo fire, these are big, bold, intense, creative, and amazing energies. And so this is continuing this theme for you of Aries of like, yes, be that big, be that bold, because this is the life you're wanting to create for yourself, a really big, a really bold life. So you can't hide if you want a life that's all out and full, So here you are stepping onto the stage, so to speak, stepping into the spotlight, stepping front and center with everything that you are and your self-expression. So here's the expansion. And this to me is the trajectory of those nodes lighting up one by one and expanding into a larger network. It starts with the ace, which is one thing dropping in, maybe between 2 people. I mean, there's 2 birds here. You could see this as swords. Swords are mental and communicative energies, very mercurial. Okay, by the way, we have Mercury, planet-wise. We have Mercury, we have the sun, we have Jupiter. I'm sure Kevin will talk to you more about this in your astroscope, but in April, I think around the 16th, 17th, 18th, there's some transits going on between the Sun and Jupiter and Mercury interacting with one another that you might want to keep a little pin in, keep an eye on that, because all of those energies are showing up so clearly in your reading. Anyway, here's how this network expansion is showing up in the cards. One thing comes in and lands, it drops, and that spreads, multiplies, expands into more. You know, the Seven of Cups is an increase in possibility. Suddenly, because this new idea or this communication or this thing that you are sharing comes in or goes out, depending on your situation, it has a ripple effect, and it begins to, you know, I see these cups as like popping up, boop, 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 boop. You know, like suddenly all these other possibilities begin to pop up, begin to become real for you. So this is definitely an expansion of what you think is possible. You know, I think this is a reading that's sort of blowing your mind, which I really love. As Jupiter's coming in here and expanding, opening possibilities for you, expanding what you think is possible. And then all of a sudden it's like we go from 1 to 7, and then we go from 7 to infinity. It's sort of like, you know, this Magician card really looks like cellular, intracellular to me, and cellular division, the way that cells multiply very quickly and they reproduce, they multiply, they are fruitful in order to make up a whole, a larger whole. And they create a network between them to be able to communicate and serve a larger function. So do you see this trajectory that's happening here? It's fascinating. It's like one thing comes in, one like bit of information comes in and pops into 7. And you think that's incredible? Boom, it pops into infinity. You know, like this could be the energy of going viral, like that kind of sudden expansion, very fast, very large, and perhaps surprising because we see eclipse energy here. Eclipses bring surprises. They bring sudden things becoming revealed or becoming clear. So that's part of what this could be for you. You know, the Magician is the power to create something real in the human experience. You know, this is a card of not just, I like that we transcend the Seven of Cups. It's like the Seven of Cups is a card of fantasizing, imagining possibilities, but it's mostly in the emotional and imaginative realm. So we go from a mental idea, expanding the imaginative possibilities, but we have to move through that. It's like Aries, you can't stop there. You can't stop at just like having a great idea and imagining a lot of possibilities. You have to bring it to the next level, which is bringing it into being, bringing it into human experience, physical form. I think that's why we're seeing the body showing up as Magician energy, because Magician wants to create it on Earth, not just in the imaginative realm. And I also love the infinity symbol being here, because again, it's like, oh, you think this is cool? Expand your possibilities. Oh, you think it stops there? It's infinite. I like also that we've got all 4 elements here. There's something about these are all the tools you have at your disposal as the magician. You are incredibly resourceful. It's like use all of those resources, all of all of your magic to make something happen in a very real way. Okay. Ooh, Aries, this is a major reading for your season. I'm so excited to dive into this now in an extended reading and see if we can get more clarity from other cards. If you'd like to join me for that extended, click the link in the description. Again, that'll take you to our website. You can find the extended reading in the shop. You can also find it in the monthly membership. So make sure you check those options out. And then don't forget to integrate the astroscope and the guidebook into your shift process so that you can fully take advantage of the offering that we have for you. All right, Aries, happy birthday. Like a beast or the devil, some sort of form to represent the devil coming up and out of the hermit and like breaking through, imagining the hermit's belly as a clamshell and then like this beast breaking through it. So there's some sort of really personal breakthrough, I think, that's going on for you in this process. And it can feel like you're in the belly of the beast. You've been swallowed by the whale, and here you are having to kind of set up camp and keep warm as you go through this process. So yeah, again, like personally, this may be really intense for you, but ultimately I see it as something really beneficial and really victorious and exciting. Like you're popping off in a way that could actually support you. So don't forget that. This visibility, is a really good thing for you.
It's magnetic. Okay, it's magnetic. Aries rules like metal things, okay? And metal things, particularly iron, okay, which is what, Aries weaponry is made from. It's magnetic. Okay? So what the first house energy does, it's like, hey, I'm here. Okay, I'm here and this is how I am. This is what I want to draw to me. Okay, and then what you're drawing to you is that Libran energy. That's your opposite, okay? So Libran energy answers your call from the first house. You say hi and wave, Libra says, oh, hi back and waves back, okay? So this is you showing up in full power and full alignment, fully in your integrity, Aries.